Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome. So we have another patch today, and we're looking at some of the new features that it brings. Now, the first thing, and the most important, is the new large grinders. Now, these fit on large ships. Sadly, they don't fit on small ships, but maybe that'll come in the future. We were really hoping that they would fit on the little ships, and you could have them just like that on the drill, but instead of a drill being there, it'd be a grinder, so you could do precise grinding on your small ship, but no, they can only fit on large ships, sadly, and stations. So you probably want to know how much faster they actually are, and I think the best way of testing this is actually to copy this, let that do a bit of grinding, and let me do the grinding over here with a manual grinder and see how many times. So we have 10 blocks in total, so we'll be able to work out a percentage of how fast it is. So we just need to line that up, and probably about there, and we'll get to work over here. So we can grind the individual block down faster, but that's grinding down all the blocks at once. So you can see it can't reach them all, unlike myself, but I'm doing pretty well. I'm catching up, but I think that's going to be to the next level quite soon. So as you can see, I'm just going to grind that. There we go. It's down to the next stage. Now I'm moving on to the next one. So we've got 4 or 5 blocks remaining on mine, and that's going to be done surely before mine's even completed. And we're on the last 3 blocks, so we're nearly there. And 1 more block. Oh, and there we go. See, that's beat me. So it's about 3 times faster than manually grinding, I would say. About 3 times faster. But the thing is, you get the grinder for free, or you can build a grinder for very cheap. So let's actually have a look at what things cost. So one of these things, one of these grinders is going to cost us 2 computers, 4 motors. So it's not too costly, but it's still quite costly. And then you've got to remember, you've got to have it on a large ship or a station. So that's a bit more of a further problem. Now, you're probably wondering how much power something like this actually uses. So let's actually just have a look. Now, if we go in here and we take a look at our connectors, we can turn them on. And we can turn the power off. So defense is what these count as. So we're actually using -2 kilowatts, and that's how much one is costing us. Now, if we actually turn all our drills on, you can see it's using -66, but we've got no power at all to actually fund them. So if we try to drill something, we should see the defense amount go up, but we'll have to just actually prepare that. We'll lower this down into position, and we'll see if it makes a difference when it is actually grinding, if it uses up more power or it uses exactly the same. So let's get back over here, and we're going to turn everything on. So T, Y, and now we're going to turn everything on. So everything on should have a different amount of power usage. So start drilling that, and yes, it does. I just saw it switch back. It looked like it was going up to about 70. Yeah. So maybe it does have a little bit of difference, but as we're grinding this, the parts are coming out the bottom of the tube. It looks absolutely amazing. You can just imagine scrapping some ships, or even capturing a ship, scrapping it, or even space sort of pirate sort of thing, locking onto the side of your ship and just taking all the parts. It could be absolutely crazy, especially all the work you've put in and someone's just grinding it away. I mean, you could use this as a weapon. I'd love to see this mounted on the top of the Torpedo, and I think that's what we'll try next anyhow. So I've took a little bit of time, and I've came up with this basic drilling torpedo concept. So we've got the blade at the front in this sort of nose cone, followed by a load of tubes going down the middle. We've got the reactor on the side, and at the rear we have the throw out machine. So it'll throw out all the debris behind it, and that means that the front won't get full. So we'll just constantly grind through the ship. Now, I don't know how sensitive these drills are, so there's a very good chance that it'll hit the side and simply fly off. If this doesn't work, what we'll do is we'll have to start working with some gravity cubes, I'm guessing, to actually make it force it into the target to start grinding. Right, let's begin. We're just going to do a nice slow test to start with. We're going to get it up to about, let's call it 15 meters a second, and we're just going to release it at that. And there we go. Now, we need to get towards the target very fast, and we can actually see what's going on here. So the drill is already on, and we're hoping for a contact and a drill. So the drill's not broken at a low speed, and we have got quite a nice grind on that. So maybe it's time to release it at a little bit of a higher speed and see what happens. Right, so we've backed off a little bit further away from the target. We've got the warhead rearmed, and we're going to see if the drill bit can actually withstand a higher impact speed. Otherwise, it would be quite an inefficient torpedo. So let's just go up to around 50, 60 or 70. Yeah, let's call it that. and then release away. So that is that on its way to the target. A wind's going to break out with it. We've got inertia dampeners on. And it looks like the tip's going to hit the bottom. Yeah. It just can't survive. It can't survive that fast impact. We'll have to see what else we can do to turn it into a weapon. Right, we've done a little bit of rearranging with this system. I've actually moved the actual grinder further back into the hull so it doesn't take the brunt of the impact. So we're just going to accelerate ourselves up to about 60 and then release it. And that'll be about good. And fingers crossed everything goes well. So what happened here? So yeah, we're actually stuck inside the target. Oh, we're grinding! It's working! Oh my god. Oh! The excitement! Oh, we grinded inside the ship. We've made a torpedo that self-breaches through the layers of armor. Now this is pretty damn exciting. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to actually pop through. I mean, to see them drill bits. And now that is lodged in the armor as well. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, there it is. Just drilling away, just gnawing into your armor. Imagine moving with that stuck in there as well. That'd be crazy. Right. There we go. We can see that. It's going to be done any second. You can actually see how the torpedo's lodged itself in. It's got itself stuck nicely in place. Hit a nice flat piece of armor. And it's managed to grind its way through. And it's still grinding away. It's just grinding away more different pieces of armor as it slowly drifts left and right. And if you were moving, it would grind even more away. But that is damn cool. Maybe you could do some sort of breaching design either. Well, that's pretty damn cool for a torpedo concept. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Can't wait to see what you build.